Winter has well and truly arrived. I remember heading out at this time last year, filming a video all about the prospects that we were looking forward to during 2020. Then I remember thinking in February, when all the adverse weather hit and we had to cancel some of our first photo walks in over 5 years, that if this is what the worst of this year throws at us, then maybe we still could recover. Then, of course, nobody could see what was going to happen on the near horizon when we were all plunged into lockdown and the photo walks had to stop almost immediately. 12 months on, we're still in very unpredictable times, and in this video I'm not going to be looking forward into 2021 too far because, quite frankly, although there is hope on the horizon, we're still not quite sure what's going to happen. But over the next few minutes, what I am going to try and do is inspire you to get out with your camera this winter. So we're going to look specifically at the next 3 months and see what's coming up at Yorkshire Photo Walks. And I'll also be imparting some of my top winter photography hints and tips for you as well. All whilst exploring this magnificent hidden corner of North Yorkshire. Winter is by far my favourite time of year to come out and make photographs. Not only is the sun a lot lower in the sky, so you get much softer, more manageable light all day long, it also just has this effect of simplifying things. Imagine this view behind me in the summer. The horizon line would just be a mass of green and you wouldn't necessarily be able to pick anything out in terms of detail. But at this time of the year, you see lots of different textures, subtle differences in tone and colour. And for me, that's what makes photography so interesting, picking out things that people wouldn't necessarily see as they just walk by a scene. When I do come out in the winter, this hidden little corner of North Yorkshire is definitely up there on my favourites of places to come to. When most people come to this area, they'll explore the reservoirs of Fewston and Swinsty, which are about a mile as the crow flies behind me. But this is Beaver Dyke Reservoir, and not only is it quieter in terms of the amount of people that visit this place, it's also much more rich, I think, in subject matter. There's lots of little details that you can pick out on as you wander around. And on a still day like today, as you can see, the reflections are absolutely out of this world. Now, my first tip when it comes to winter photography might sound simple, but it's probably the most important of the ones that I'm going to share with you. And it's simply to get out with your camera. When the winter hits and the colder days come in and the nights start to draw in as well, it's really tempting to just curl up by the fire, watch a Christmas film, or maybe some reruns of Downton Abbey. But getting out with your camera is the first step, and if you can do it, then you will be amazed at what you can find. Getting out and about with your camera this winter is something that Yorkshire Photo Walks can definitely help you with. Despite the region being split into different tiers of lockdown, the photo walks will continue for everybody because we're providing an educational service and will be safely outdoors socially distancing. To make sure you are kept doubly safe, we'll be limiting our sessions to just 5 participants, adhering to the rule of 6, with the participants plus me, the tutor. During December, we'll be revisiting some of the locations that we had to miss because of the November lockdown. Once we've done that, we'll be venturing across to Yorkshire's coast to see the seals of Ravenscar and capturing the iconic town of Knaresborough after dark, as well as the picturesque view from the castle over the river and the viaduct. I bet you're thinking, it's okay to say go out with your camera when you've got a lovely day with beautiful flat reflections and a bit of lovely light coming from the sky. But surely you're not expecting me to go out with my camera when it's blowing a hoolie and the snow's falling and there's ice on the ground. Surely you'll let me sit and watch Downton Abbey then. But no, I'm afraid I'm not going to be that kind, because my second winter photography tip is to venture out in different weather conditions. This is something I touched on in my autumn video because it's something I believe very strongly in. We shouldn't just always rely on the perfect sunny, wispy, cloudy days that many people associate with going out and making photographs. That misses some really vital aspects of photography, like bringing mood and atmosphere into your shots that only a misty day can bring, or maybe even getting unique reflections in the area where you live after a bout of heavy rain. We can't always rely on perfect conditions for photography, especially here in Yorkshire, because we simply would never go out with our cameras, only just on special days like today. So when you are thinking about getting out and about with your camera this winter, think, even though the weather's not perfect, I might still get that shot that I'm looking for. Okay, so maybe not all weather conditions are conducive to going out with your camera. That's why on the evening of Friday the 18th of December, in a first for Yorkshire Photo Walks, we'll be providing a talk over Zoom called Things I've Learned About My Photography in 2020. Yes, believe it or not, photography tutors can learn new things. And in this talk on the evening, I'll be discussing what I've learned and hopefully giving you a few hints and tips about how you can improve your photography as well. It's a bit of a thank you to everybody that's supported us both on the photo walks and by subscribing to our YouTube channel during the last 12 months and keeping us going through what's been a bit of a difficult time. So it'll be completely free to attend, and if you would like to attend it, then go to yorkshirephotowalks.com, navigate to our photo walk schedule and click on Book Your Place to get sent the link to log in on the evening. We'll also be finishing off the evening with our annual social quiz, which is all Yorkshire and photography based, so you can put your knowledge to the test, learn some new skills about your photography and just have a really good time letting your hair down in the safety and comfort of your own home on the lead up to Christmas time. What more could you want? During the winter months, you'll often find that your photographs start lacking in a bit of colour. But I personally wouldn't see this as being detrimental to your winter photographs. In fact, I personally like to harness this lack of colour and maybe even desaturate some of my photographs even further to pull out the mood, atmosphere and feel of the wintry scene that I'm photographing. It can also be great to pick out textures and details that you wouldn't necessarily find in a huge, colourful, contrasty photograph. You can also look out for high contrast scenes and go the full hog and turn them black and white. If we do get any snow this winter, that's a great opportunity to try that out, because chances are the scene that you'll be photographing will be quite monochrome anyway. I do have a video about turning your photographs black and white, a link to which should be at the top of your screen now if you'd like to check it out. Now, one of the harshest of the winter months tends to be January. And this January at Yorkshire Photo Walks we'll be putting some of these techniques into practice. We'll be capturing mood at Undercliff Cemetery on the outskirts of Bradford, and also finding some simplified winter landscapes and using some vantage points to draw people's eye into our photographs. If you really do want some colour, we'll be adding some artificial colour when we go to do some urban exploration just outside Halifax at Allen Brickworks. That's all to look forward to during January, so don't forget, colour not necessarily a bad thing when it comes to the lack of it in your winter photographs. As the sun slowly starts to dip beyond the horizon, one thing that you can say about this landscape here at Beaverdyke is that it's certainly not lacking in colour at the moment, although it was when I set off under a blanket of cloud. And it shows you just how quickly the light and conditions can change during the winter, which for me makes winter photography all the more interesting and exciting. Another thing that people say holds them back during the winter is the shortness of the days. They'll say, well, I don't have enough time to get out and get the shots that I'd really like to. But again, this is something that I feel that we should be harnessing. Not only are the sunrises and sunsets a lot more accessible in terms of the times that they happen during the day, it's also a great opportunity to get out with our cameras after dark. And if this is something that you've never done before, I can wholly recommend it, because it's a way of making the invisible visible, and you'll be amazed at what our cameras can actually capture, even in the pitchiest of black nights. That's why during February here at Yorkshire Photo Walks we'll be once again teaming up with the Yorkshire Dales and North York Moors National Parks to stage a series of photo walks during their Dark Skies Festival. We'll be helping you to master the art of long exposures and creating amazing nighttime photographs, as well as dabbling with some astrophotography if we get the right conditions and a clear sky. There's a lot to look forward to. Remember, don't just think that the day is short, so therefore I must finish photography early. The night time can bring amazing results and give you some amazing photographs for your portfolio. I've thoroughly enjoyed my afternoon of winter photography here at Beaverdyke Reservoir, and hopefully it's given you some impetus and inspiration to get out and about with your camera this winter. If you'd like to check out our latest schedule of photo walks, then go to yorkshirephotowalks.com and you'll find our full winter schedule there. I'll also put a link in the description to the talk that I'm giving on the 18th of December on Zoom, so if you'd like to join in with that and stay within the warmth and comfort of your own home, then please feel free to sign up and check it out for absolutely nothing. Also, if you'd like to learn more about inspirational Yorkshire locations or just general hints and tips about improving your photography skills, then don't forget to subscribe to our channel on YouTube and click on the bell icon to be reminded when we post a new video. You can also keep up to date with all of our latest news and photo walk photographs, as well as sharing your own photographs with us on Facebook and Instagram by following @PhotoWalksYorks. During December we'll also be running our annual photo advent calendar, where we challenge you to take a photograph of a different Christmas themed subject every single day between the 1st and 24th of December. If you'd like to get involved with that, then you can follow us on Facebook or get in touch at photowalksyorks@gmail.com to get all the details you need to have a fantastic December and a festive photography experience every day throughout the month. All that it is that I need to say now is thank you very much for supporting Yorkshire Photo Walks during this difficult year. Thank you for watching this video and making it towards the end, and also I'd like to wish you all a very happy Christmas and a happy New Year. I'm going to leave you now as the sun sets in front of me with some of the photographs that I've taken on this walk this afternoon. And hopefully, if nothing that I've said so far has done, These will inspire you and your camera to get out during winter 2020 and 2021. Remember, don't just photograph Yorkshire, experience it with Yorkshire Photo Walks.